Hey guys, welcome back to another video in a very, very snowy Toyama. We had, I guess, it must be around 2 foot of snow last night, so 60 centimeters for the metric of you. So I thought I would do another kind of little video on the Delica Mini, and I did a video last summer on the Delica Mini giving a little bit of a review, so I thought I would do another review for winter driving. It's really bumpy here. So first of all, I think it's like this for all cars in fairness, but when the snow gets super compact, it becomes just rock solid ice, and that kind of causes the car to jump around quite a little bit. Now, I said before that I think the maybe shocks or springs are maybe just a little bit firm, a little bit too firm. It's hard to say really with this, because when I'm watching all the cars, they're all jumping around like this. So I think it's just, yes, they are probably firm, but I think it's like that for all cars. I really wish I could be driving my Discovery that I had with the air suspension. That would give you a really nice smooth ride, I think, over this kind of hard compact ice. But anyway, back to the Delica Mini. It's performing amazingly in the snow. Obviously, I'm going to straight away put it out there, snow tires. Snow tires make a huge difference driving in snow. If you've never, this is the first time I've driven with snow tires. If you've never driven with snow tires before, I don't think you would understand, but kind of gives you dry weather, almost levels of grip in the snow. I'm absolutely speechless about how good snow tires perform. 10 out of 10. We have the Bridgestone on here. I can't stress enough how good these tires are, really. So of course you have to modify your driving style slightly when driving in snow. If you didn't, you would be an idiot, quite honestly. But yeah, with a modified, yeah, that's that compact ice I'm talking about. If you didn't modify your driving style in the snow, then, you know, even with snow tires, I think you would still be having a bad day. But having said that, with the four-wheel drive system of the Delica Mini, it's 10 out of 10 for how much grip. I found that the traction control system sometimes is just a little bit too aggressive for my liking. I know it's there to do a job, but I have mixed opinions about traction control in the snow. Sometimes I wonder if it's actually a help or a hindrance. But you know, it's not really caused me any issues. I've not got stuck because of it. It's just sometimes I feel like the way it cuts the power is just a bit too aggressive. But you know, that's only a couple of times. For the other parts, it's been kind of, you've not even noticed it's been working, to be honest. So that's good. That's what you want. You want it to be, you know, kind of not in your way at all. Now you can turn it off on the settings on the screen, but yeah, I just leave it on because you just need to drive a little bit more sensibly in the snow. So if you do get an excessive buildup of snow on the front sensors, the, I guess, collision avoidance system, I'm not sure what the acronym is for it, but the system that auto brakes for you will stop kind of working because of the buildup of snow on the sensor. That's happened a few times. It's not an issue because, you know, you shouldn't really rely on it anyway. So the roads here, as you can see, this road is pretty clear. that's because in the center of the road we have these small sprinklers. Now these small sprinklers are pumping up groundwater, which is warmer than ambient temperatures, I guess. So that helps keep the snow off. I've heard or I've read mixed reviews about whether it causes more issues with ice, but certainly here in Toyama, or the parts of Toyama I'm in, I've not seen that. It's actually been quite a good help at keeping the kind of snow in a slushy state. But certainly you can definitely see the roads that don't have this kind of system are just covered in snow. Now we have had snow plows out here during the night, so they've done a fairly good job of keeping the snow at bay. There's still quite a lot of snow about here, but like that section. I'm hoping the cameras are gonna not juggle about too much and you'll be able to see. I do have the exterior camera set up. At the moment I'm not sure how clear that is because I went through some quite big puddles, so that could be all blurry and you possibly can't see. But we'll see. I'm gonna stop in a minute and just have a look and try and clear it off for you. We're just driving around a little bit. I've not actually been here. I'm not actually sure where we are. Oh, I do know where we are now. I've just seen a landmark that I recognize. Here's here back on that really hard slushy snow. Lots of people out kind of clearing their homes of snow. I've had to dig out the Delica Mini this morning because as good as the four-wheel drive system is, it definitely would not have got through. Well, not without some kind of going. It wouldn't have got through the snow pile that was in front of it. It was you know, a good 2, maybe even 3 foot in some places of snow. Let's just pull into this car park and check the exterior camera. You know, even when you're driving on this kind of stuff, the turning and everything of the car is not an issue. A little bit of ABS there, but nothing to complain about. Let's check the camera. Yeah, the camera was a little bit covered up there, so we'll start driving again. You might have a few seconds of outside view until it gets covered in water again. So yeah, I've not had any kind of real slippage of the Delica Mini yet. You know, the grip's always been there. I can't complain at all. I think the outside camera's probably wet by now. A couple of these sprinklers in the middle that I was talking about, sometimes they kind of are not adjusted correctly and they kind of shoot like 1,000,000 miles into the sky. So I guess you get a free car wash, but yeah, it's yeah. So here we are. It's now starting to get snowy road again. There is a snow plow in front of me, so hopefully if I was to get stuck, he can help me out. But yeah, as you can see, like I said, you need to modify your driving style, but overall the Delica Mini performs pretty good. You know, when I turn the wheel, it is direct, there's no slipping or anything. I think the four-wheel drive system is maybe some kind of viscous drive. Don't quote me on that. I'm struggling to find details on the system, but certainly it would make sense to me. I think it's going to be a front-wheel drive most of the time, and then if the viscous drive to the rear, obviously if it starts slipping, the viscous drive engages and will start sending power to the rear. Unless it's an open differential, certainly there's no way of locking a center differential, but I think, you know, it's a K car, they're trying to keep costs down. It's not a 4x4 off-road. It's, you know, more of a soft roader, I would call it. So I don't think they would put a center differential in here just to keep the costs down. I'm pretty sure a viscous drive would be cheaper, a cheaper kind of way of driving the rear wheels. You know, there's no need for any kind of traction control or anything. It is just the viscous slipping and it kind of locks up. Now I have got the heated seat on and the heated steering wheel on. I've had the heated steering wheel on all the time I've been driving, and I must admit it is now getting a little bit too hot for me. Yeah, the heated steering wheel is amazing. That's the one thing my Land Rover didn't have on the options, was the heated steering wheel. That heated seats, for me, game changer in the world. Heated seats are the best invention, or one of the best inventions. First and foremost, actually, is the heated windscreen. Now, the Delica Mini doesn't have a heated windscreen. I would love a heated windscreen in this. But heated seats, perfect. Heated steering wheel are amazing. If you had those three combos for a winter car, it would just be, you know, perfection. I'm pretty sure I turned the heated steering wheel off, but I now realise I didn't because it was getting hot again. I missed the button. That's the one thing I would complain about the heated steering wheel. On the Land Rover, if you have a heated steering wheel, the button is actually on the wheel itself. Now in the Delica Mini, it's down by your right knee, kind of near the kind of rear door open and close buttons. It's at my eye level, because I'm, I guess, average for the UK, but maybe taller for Japan height. It's almost out of my eye view, so I kind of have to move my head and duck down to see if it's on or not. So I'm not sure how clear the footage is on the camera, but the sky ahead is very snowy. Yeah, so all in all, I thought I would just give a quick update on the driving of the Delica Mini. It's been a while since I've done a video on the Delica Mini. I know my other videos have been quite popular, so I thought, yeah, it would be good to do a snow version for the Delica Mini. So again, the Delica Mini is definitely a very comfortable car to drive still, even in the cold weather. The heater works well. This is the problem, the snow is covering the paths, so people are having to walk on the road. The driving of the Delica Mini is a really nice car to drive, you know, in the summer, even in the winter. I think the ground clearance is probably better compared to some other K cars, because it has this almost soft road image. The kind of front and rear skirts are just a little bit higher than on some other K cars. That just helps in the snow. You're not your own snow plow. Yeah, a little bit of slip there, kind of getting stuck in the ruts more than anything. So there's a slight incline up ahead here, not an issue, no slippage or anything. We do have hill descent control, but I found that there's no real need for it at the moment, not from where I've been going. It's now, as we've come up a little bit in altitude, it's now snowing again. I don't know if it's snow or rain or what it is, to be honest. Probably can lose the glasses now as it's getting quite dark out here. I thought I would give a little video on driving the Delica Mini in the snow. It's certainly good fun. I'm enjoying driving it. Yeah, it gives me great confidence. It doesn't do anything strange or weird. The grip and the drive and the changing of direction is perfect. I really can't complain about that. Obviously that's a huge thank to the snow tires. So yeah, the Delica Mini can't take all the credit, of course, but yeah. So yeah, this is, a lot of the main roads are like this. They're kind of just covered in compact snow and ice at the moment. If they don't have those water jet systems, this is what they kind of have turned into. Like I said, I'm not sure how much of the outside camera I'm going to be able to use, because I think it's going to get covered in snow or rain or water quite a lot. Just have to be careful on some big dips. They're quite unforgiving. That's about it, really. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Just a little bit of driving in the Delica Mini, really, in the snow. This is really horrible. When we get off like this, that's better. So yeah, anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video. Something a little bit different, driving the Delica Mini in the snow. As you can see, we have lots of snow and lots more to come, from what I believe. It's going to keep on like this for the next couple of days, so plenty of time to get used to the Delica Mini in the snow. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I've had quite a big influx recently of subscribers, so that's been really great to see. I've seen a lot of people enjoying my Delica Mini videos, so I thought I would give you another one to watch. Yeah, again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. See you.